you'll win. But the law of probability, the law of averages say if you keep saying I'm gonna win all the time, you're only setting yourself up for failure. So take some of those earnings, take some of those gains, and put something that's safe, secure, that you know is going to be there to set you up for future opportunities.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Daniel here, one half of the Kwok Brothers. And in this video, we're going to talk about the top 3 money hacks for millennials. And to do that, I got my very good friend, Mr. Matt Sapaula. What's going on, brother?
Awesome, brother. Great to be here, man. Happy Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month.
That's right, baby. We got our own little embassy going on right here at this table.
By the way, my wife loves anything Korean.
Nice.
Yeah, my wife's half white, half black, but everything is Korean in her world.
Yeah, I'm what you call a banana, man. I'm yellow on the outside, white on the inside. So yes, absolutely, man, for sure. Yeah. But you spent decades, my friend, helping a lot of millennial entrepreneurs in general, right? You've been involved with many businesses in the past. And the reason why we're making this video and the reason why I asked you to do it is because, we've got a lot of guys right now in their 20s, in their 30s who made a lot of money from crypto. They made money from Dogecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, you name it, all this stuff. And that's great, awesome for them. Same thing with the stock market. But one of the common questions I'm getting nowadays is, well, Daniel, I made all this money, but how do I invest it? What are the top 3 money hacks for millennials? What are some things that you wish you would have known when, I'm 26, about to turn 27. What are some things that you wish you would have known when you were my age? So we're going to go with the top 3 money hacks for millennials. Start us off, my friend, with number 1.
Well, number 1 is just understand everything goes in cycles. When I was leaving the military, I served 8 years in the Marines. When I was leaving, everything was stock market, .com. So that was my era during the late 90s, early 2000s. And the next thing you know, everything crashed. Because eventually, over time, cryptocurrency is going to have its heyday. We're in the middle of the heyday right now. And for those who know how to do the cryptocurrency the right way, you're gonna make a nice chunk of change. It's almost kind of like an athlete. There's gonna be a phase in life that you're gonna make a ton of cash. But however, when certain things start running around and this now commodity, this now cryptocurrency starts either being regulated or it's being taxed, there's gonna be a lull and it's gonna stabilize. So it's not gonna be this huge upside cryptocurrency. That's what I predict.
Yeah.
And when you find yourself in that predicament, being able to harvest your gains, then you're able to say, okay, where can I apply this and find potential returns where I can have the same type of upside potential that I learned. But in 08, 09, the stock market, the real estate market crashed. But I saw everybody in mid 2000s, real estate, boom, 08, 09, everything crashed again. It's only been taken, almost close part of a decade for the real estate market to recover. But people that got involved with the cash, the regular cash and credit were available.
If you think about it too, a lot of individuals that do invest in their 20s and 30s, they're not older. They don't have a lot to lose, quote unquote. And a lot of us tend to be very aggressive. So when the market's doing great, we tend to want to keep going. We don't want to leave the blackjack table, so to speak. When the shoe's great, we want to keep playing. We want to keep playing. Hit me when it's 16, right? So you're saying we've got to observe the cycles.
Yeah, because the longer you play the game, the probability, the law of averages will say you're going to get hit, right? For example, people go out to the casinos, right? Oh my gosh, I won on red, I won on black, I won a hand. Great. I was playing poker with Kevin Hart on my right, Mike Francese, the most highest income earningest gangster in the mafia. He made $8 million a week skimming gas.
Wow.
Right next to me was Phil Hellmuth.
Nice,
14 bracelets, right?
Yeah, pro poker player.
Patrick David, right? Come on, guys. Where am I, right? And I won a couple hands. I basically took everything that Kevin Hart had. I cleaned them out, right?
Yeah.
Right? So I was winning. I'm going to win. Next time, I got a full house, right? I'm going to take down Phil Hellmuth. I can't believe we're going to take it. It's like slam dunking on Michael Jordan. And next thing you know, I put my hand out. I'm all in. He goes, I'm all in too. I call. I said, full house, Phil. He goes, man, that's why they call me Phil Hellmuth. Boom, nut flush.
No kidding.
He took my hand. But what I'm saying is, you'll win. But the law of probability, the law of averages say if you keep saying I'm gonna win all the time, you're only setting yourself up for failure. So take some of those earnings, take some of those gains, and put something that's safe, secure, that is going to be there to set you up for future opportunities. Absolutely.
Such as insurance, real estate, right? We just talked about that.
Yes, we did.
100%. So tip number 2 for millennials money hacking.
Yeah, I would say automate. One of the things I loathed when I was in the military and starting my own family is this thing called either automation or auto pay, because I never knew, because back then it was all like hard check deposit. And I never knew if it was auto pay, I'm just overdrafting my account. It'd be something. But technology has improved over the last 10, 15 years. So if you find a way, either you do it through these apps that we have these days, or you have it automated through your bank account to a brokerage account, there's automated. The reason why 401k plans work, I don't agree a lot with 401k plans, but the reason why they work is because it is seamless savings and investing, and also forced discipline savings.
Yes.
And that's what automation is going to allow you to do. You don't see it before when you get a direct deposit, it's going to get drafted from your account, and it's going to be potentially growing in another account wherever you decide to zap it into.
Yeah.
But that's a fast way to grow up another pile of cash outside of just normal checking and savings.
I love that word, forced discipline.
Yeah, people don't like it though.
People don't like it though, right? Because think about the mindset of somebody in their 20s. It's all later. I'll save up money for retirement later. But oftentimes some of the best strategies, and it's the same thing with insurance policies. Some of the best financial vehicles for when you are, for retirement occur when you start them when you're in your 20s, when you're young.
Yeah.
Think about I read a statistic that 84% of Americans either have between $0 or $100,000 left to retire when they're 65. 84%.
It's crazy.
It's insane.
It's nothing. So the thing too, in your 20s, the thing I remember when I was 22, 23, I'd ask the staff sergeant, hey, Staff Sergeant Sharp, how old are you? He goes, 26. Dude, you're old. He's only 4 years older than me. Right? And next thing you know, I blink and I'm 26.
Yeah.
I blink twice, I'm 36. I blink twice, I'm 46. And it's not like me being in my late 40s now. It's not like I don't remove myself from those limiting beliefs or things that I was always shy of or scared of. I just know how to handle it now. I've been able to overcome a lot of those shortcomings of not being raised with wealthy parents, but not having a top credit score to start my investing career, but not having any money. I knew nothing then, but over time I started to know things. It's not that I've departed these insecurities. I just overcome them.
All right, last but not least, tip number 3, and I got one last question for you afterwards.
Yeah. Tip number 3, if you can do it, find yourself somebody that is an entrepreneur, shadow them and ask for their mentorship.
Wow.
Because they'll be able to accelerate your learning curve into a power curve, into a success curve. And if you're willing to do for them, and don't just say, I'm just going to show up and just going to watch you. No, do something for them. There's a gentleman in my team right now. He's sitting right here in the studio, Ivan. He reached out to me. He said, Matt, I'm a college student here at Columbia. I just need to be around guys like you. Can I just come to your office and show you what I can do with my camera? No problem. Yeah. I said, man, you do some great work. Come to find out, he didn't tell me. He took 2 buses and a train to get to my office. I said, kid, let me Uber you, man. I appreciate your work. And every time I asked him to do something, he did it exceedingly over my expectations.
Yeah.
I said, this is what I expect from you, but whatever it is, shock me.
And you know what's crazy is that, for your point, he came here this morning because we're filming this.
Yeah.
Nick and I, we talk about YouTube all the time, right? We're grinding, we're learning about the algorithm. Yeah. And we just offered to him, hey man, whenever you want to come to our office and mastermind with us, let us know. Our doors are open for you. Yeah. So that opportunity created more opportunities.
Correct. It's access.
Yes.
Because that's what you want as an adult in your 20s and 30s. You want access. You want exposure. You want to be able to see the world from a different vantage point. And in the short year and some change, how long have you been now? A year and some change? In the year some change he's been with me, he's met Tim Tebow. He's met Patrick Bet-David. I remember him seeing Patrick Bet-David for the very first time. I was like, oh shit, right?
It's like the Pope.
He's met a lot of these guys that we bring to our conference. He's going to be meeting Mike Tyson here in a second. He's going to be meeting Nicky Jam. He just met Bo Jackson. We were just in AT&T Stadium. We're going to be meeting Joe Coy, the comedian. We're going to be meeting Patrick Lencioni, author of so many different business books, all because he reached out to me on Instagram. And today he's not only got a job, he's got a position with me to help build our YouTube channel.
Right.
So he's in on the revenue.
He's creating a network.
He's creating a network, experience.
Yes.
All without a college degree.
Yeah. Momentum goes both ways.
Yeah.
Correct. Right. They say in the church, you and I are both faith-based guys, right? They say, God's got a plan, but so does the devil too.
You know what I mean? Does. He sure does.
Absolutely, my friend. So here's the last question for you. Okay. So my generation, our generation, people in their 20s, millennials, we're so passionate about financial freedom. I don't think the world's ever seen a generation that's so passionate about passive income, entrepreneurship, opportunity, financial freedom, the ability to value our time more so than the money, right? We see all these traps that a lot of the individuals in their 50s and 60s have gone before us, have gone into. Yeah. In your opinion, what are some of the top action steps? What are some ways that people can be practical when it comes to millennials working towards financial freedom?
Number one for me is being very clear of what that future truth, a future goal is going to look like, and why do you want it?
Yeah.
When you talk to me about your parents, you and your brother, you want to give back to your folks, and what your father did as a pastor, and he says, man, God's going to provide, God's going to show a way. To see that amount of just relentless faith, to see that happen, and what that imparted to you guys, you know. And so one of the things I realized too is a Marine is that I was willing to work long and hard also for no money. That's why I was easily translatable to business. But being very clear about what you want, because if you're not clear, for example, you give me your address. When's the last time you got into a car to an address you don't know, you didn't ask them for the address to put into your GPS? Why? You got clear in your directions. Do I take the highways there, tollways, or local streets? You got clear on how to get there, but you're clear about what your end destination was. Same thing too happens with your finances. And then why do you want to get there? So that I would say that would be number one, clarity in what you want to do. That's your first move.
So it seems like you got to have clarity. Know what you want. What lifestyle do you want to live? Right, from 6 a.m. whenever you wake up to when you go to sleep, and then kind of aligning what the third and second thing you said is align yourself with individuals who have that same ambition and start shadowing those people who already live that lifestyle. That's what it seems. That's what I'm getting from you.
100%. And if I was to add on to that, the second one would be to say, be one that asks a lot of great questions. You know, John Maxwell wrote a book out there, Good Leaders Ask Great Questions. You know, when you are asking somebody, why did you become an attorney? Why did you become an entrepreneur? Why did you choose tech? Why did you choose real estate? Why did you choose to build a YouTube channel? Is it what you thought it'd be? You know, what are some hacks that you can give me that I need to look out for? What costs you a lot of money and what should I avoid? What's some of the, you know, the Bible talks about the lack of counselors. When there's a multitude of counselors, plans succeed.
Proverbs 1.
Yeah, it's right. It's all written by King Solomon, the wisest and richest king who ever lived. It's all in the weirdest thing, right? It's in the Bible, Proverbs and Ecclesiastes. So when you're looking at these different things of asking questions, because that's where King Solomon was. He was in a point reflective, like, man, this is what this was all about. I built all this. This is what about? Because in his last days, King Solomon didn't really have clarity in his final days. He ended up marrying different women from different lands, got confused, started worshiping pagan gods, and God removed his blessing from him because he got distracted. But if you're able to ask questions and find out what caused people to fall or what caused people to increase, and you're able to assimilate it into your own venture based on your clarity, man, you're gonna have a solid first 2 steps there.
Wow. Right on. And if people want to hear more content like this, they should go to your YouTube channel.
For sure.
7-Figure Squad.
7-Figure Squad.
Right. You guys are almost at 100K.
Yeah.
Let's get you to 100K this month. Let's make it a goal. Right. We can all do it together. I'm subscribed. Nick's subscribed. Right. Everybody subscribed.
Man. Very cool.
All right. Well, thanks for being here. My friend. I mean, you're a blessing. Right. You're an absolute blessing. Man. You know, we love having you. You're definitely going to be invited back on the channel. But let's get your channel to 100, man. We got to get you one of those plaques.
I'll come back next time. We'll build matching buttons.
Right. Twin powers activate. I love it, man. Thanks for being here.
Hey, thanks for having me.